Hello everyone, I'm Paula. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about invitations, how to accept and how to decline invitations in English. Imagine a friend of yours invites you over to dinner, or a colleague invites you to go fishing with him. Would you know how to accept or decline that invitation politely? What happens if you're not sure if you can make it? Will you know what to say? If you're not sure, keep watching this video until the end. Let's start by talking about the 3 easy steps you need to follow for accepting an invitation. Yes, there are only 3 steps. First step, say thank you. Now you can just say thank you, but there are other expressions that you can use as well. We can say thank you for the invitation. That's so kind of you. Thanks for inviting us. Or thanks for inviting me. How wonderful and awesome. Step number 2 is to be clear about your yes. So in order to do this, you want to add an extra sentence that actually confirms that you are accepting this invitation. Now, how do we do this? There are several expressions that you can use. For example, count me in. I'll be there. I'd love to come. Wouldn't miss it. And then there are 3 that you can use that are more casual, informal, that you can, of course, use with a close friend. For example, I'm in, I'm down, or sure thing. So we have already said thank you. We have clearly stated that we are going to the party. Now we want to confirm the details. How do I confirm the details? Well, you can use expressions like I'll see you on the 10th. Or you can ask a question. For example, is there anything that I need to bring? Or would you like me to bring something with me? Instead of asking, you can just say, please let me know if there is anything that I can do for you. Please let me know if you need any help with the preparations. Or you can just say, fabulous, see you then. Now, sometimes we are not sure if we can make it or if we had something already planned on that day. In this case, you may want to say maybe. If you're going to say maybe, then there are 3 steps you need to follow. Step number 1, start with thank you. You can just say thank you for the invitation, thank you for inviting me, or thank you for inviting us. You can use other expressions such as that's so kind of you, or that sounds great. Step number 2, use a polite way to say maybe. Now there are 3 ways that I will recommend you to say this. Number 1 will be, I'm not sure whether I can, but I'll check and I will let you know. Perhaps I can make it, let me check and I get back to you. Perhaps I can reschedule something. Let me see what I can do. Your 3rd step will come right after you have checked your availability. You could either say yes or no. If you say yes, make sure that then you continue with the next step of confirming the details. If you say no, you have to give a simple and clear reason why you cannot make it, and then make sure that you end your conversation politely. So let's say that I'm going to say yes after checking my availability. So my answer may sound like this. Hi Keith, I'm in for the party. What would you like me to bring? If I'm going to say no, then my answer would sound like this. Hi Keith, I have checked and it's a shame but I can't be there. I'm having dinner with my sister that night. I hope it goes well. So I'm saying sorry. I'm giving a short, simple and clear reason of why I cannot go. And then I make sure that my conversation ends politely. I hope it goes well. Perfect. So far, we have learned how to accept invitations and how to say maybe when we are not sure. Now, sometimes we cannot make it, or we simply don't want to go. But we cannot say no. We need to be polite. So, here are my 4 steps for declining an invitation in English. Step number 1, as always, start with thank you. Thank you for the invitation. That's so kind of you. Thanks for thinking of me, or thanks for thinking of us. I appreciate the invitation. Step number 2, explain you cannot go with an apologetic tone. But I'm not able to make it. But I'm not able to come. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't make it. Unfortunately, I already have plans. Step number 3, give a simple and clear reason. For example, it's my sister's birthday that day. You can also say, I have or we have a prior engagement. A really good one that you can use is I have a clash in my schedule. Now, when you have a clash in your schedule, you mean that you have 2 events happening at the same time in a way that is not convenient. Step number 4, close politely. Now, we have just declined an invitation, so we want to make sure that our conversation ends well. In this case, you have 2 options. Either you can just close the conversation saying enjoy it or I hope it goes well, or you can leave room for a future plan, for a future arrangement. For example, how about another time? Or I'll make it up to you another day. Or another option is I would love to catch up another day. So you're leaving room for a future arrangement. You're leaving room for the other person to invite you again to do something else in the near future. And that's all for today's video. Now you know how to accept and decline invitations politely and how to say maybe when you are not sure if you can make it. Just remember to always follow those 3 or 4 steps. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I will see you next week.